Michael Chekhov was really interested in the concept of the human psychology having three fundamental aspects: the thinking force, the feeling force, and the will force. So Will Kilroy and I are going to just help you to explore what interests us about that is how that's physicalized in the physical form. It's not just centers. It's not a thinking center, a feeling center, a will center, but there are forces that tend to manifest in certain movement patterns. So the thinking force tends to be dominated in the head area. So the energy tends to lead from there. If you're just looking at the face itself, it tends to be in the forehead. We tend to walk in straight lines. Air seems to be the element, and we use sounds that are produced with air, like fricatives: P, T, B, K, T, P. So if I were to say to you, hello, how are you today?
Very good.
Very good. That is very good. We talk with very little melody because the element of thinking is straight. It's very linear.
The feeling forces tend to dominate the heart area right in here. And instead of the more linear fashion that we just demonstrated with the thinking, now it's more curving. You know, that feeling force just allows you to curve, just like an embrace would be. So it's curving, and the vowels can elongate, so you can actually let yourself be expressive with the sound while you're curving everything in a circular, curving, embracing, loving pattern.
Hi, Will.
Hi. Aren't you feeling good?
I am, and I'm feeling excited
Oh,
too.
excited!
Yes.
That is wonderful!
Yes, that's great!
Yes.
The third element of the trinity of psychology is the will force. The will force, considered to be down in the lower part of the body, where we had curves with feeling, we had straight lines with thinking. Now we're looking at angles, and we're looking at the energy of the lower body. We have a strong jaw. The digit is the thumbs, whereas the palm of the hands and the middle finger were feeling, and the index was thinking. But that it's easy to find the energy of the will force if you kind of go to the D's, Dems, and Do's kind of guys. Now this can start to fall into a cliche, it's true, but first thing you want to understand is that there is this energy of the will in the jaw, where we bite the bullet, and ga, da, ja, ra, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you can have a weak will. So you kind of hide those thumbs, and you kind of pull those heels up off the floor, and you kind of wobble that jaw. And then I don't know what to do. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm not sure either. I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah, so we can have different qualities of the thinking forces, the feeling forces, and the will forces. Chekhov's trinity of the psychology is extremely exciting and important because it is the will force that we are active and training in the archetypal gestures. But the archetypal gestures are not yet psychological gestures until they have the other two partners of the trinity of psychology, the thinking force and the feeling force. And all parts of the body become a microcosm of the macrocosm, so that a thinking center could be in a knee or the tips of your toes. A feeling center could be in the palm of your hand or in your gut. And a will force center could be in your jaw or your thumb or your butt or your groin, your heel. So there are a lot of different places that these forces can express themselves in terms of centers, qualities of movement, uses of language, and our speech processes.